representing Rhinebeck and Clinton, 2 towns that have Republican town supervisors. My primary opponent has not won once. And, oh yeah, by the way, he was chair of the Ulster County Democratic Committee, and they lost the Democratic majority in the legislature. I survived the Tea Party onslaught. We had the Democrats in Dutchess County, we had 14 out of 25 in 08 and 09, okay? And then 7 of my Democratic friends in the Dutchess County legislature lost, okay? And I survived the Tea Party onslaught. So I know how to win. Schreiben, there's a man named Peter Brown, who's the head of the New Paltz UUP. They were going to have a debate, a candidates night, in just a couple days on Monday or Tuesday. Schreiben has said no to that. So if you're wondering, Joel, why are you talking about debating Schreiben, going to his website? Well, it's true. 2 weeks ago, I went to Schreiben's website and said, there's 11 counties. We should be debating openly and publicly in all 11 counties. He's refused to work with me on that. He's also challenged our petition signatures, assuming that 1,500 of our signatures are bad, because we got 1,500 more than what we needed. But just so you know, because of Andy Weiss-Bartzak and Erwin Sperber, they collected like 350 petition signatures. Erwin is a professor at SUNY New Paltz. He got the UUP there to sponsor a candidates night. That forum is not going to happen because Schreiben said no and Gibson said no. Please spread that around. I already sent an email out about it. Please spread that around. It's not just Joel Tyner with nothing better to do going to his computer and going to Schreiben's website. He has now said no to a debate. All right? And we can win. Trust me, one of the main reasons why I won in 2003 for county legislature after running and losing 5 times, one of the main reasons why I won that first time is because my opponent refused to debate, and I made a big deal of it. We can win this on a lot of issues, but one of them is that this guy won't debate. Also, if you think about who comes out to vote in a primary, it's progressives. Usually it's not the conservative part of the Democratic Party. It's the progressive sort of Democratic core of the party that comes out to vote. That's another reason why we can win. The 1972 piece, 2 or 3 people brought up how everything's disappearing. 1972, I don't know if you know Elaine Fernandez of WeThePeople.com, WIThePeople.com, Matt Verrilli, our campaign headquarters in Kingston. 1972 is all about how 40 years ago, we had a lot more than what we have now. And I'm not talking about trying to take this country to some liberal, progressive, tropical Shangri-La of European socialism that never, well, frankly, if you can keep it secret, maybe that is what I want. But my real point is sort of like a George Lakoff framing thing. It's like, if you think about, what we had 40 years ago, schools weren't shutting down, we had decent wages, we had health insurance, we had pensions, property taxes and sales taxes hadn't gone through the roof, millionaires and corporations were paying their fair share of taxes. Big money ran the show in politics even 40 years ago, but not like it does now. And everything's just gotten crappier. So that's why I have, and if you haven't gotten one yet, please let me know, or I'll just leave them right here. Little 1972 buttons, so it's a little framing thing. Maurice Hinchey set the bar very high as far as healthcare, as far as single payer goes. I don't know if you remember Paul Miller or Connie Holland or Max Feinstone. In the early part of the 90s, I spent years working with Paul Miller, who wrote Maurice Hinchey's speeches for many years. Paul Miller, Connie Holland, Max Feinstone, they're not here anymore, but Medicare for all, expand Medicare to cover everybody, save $400 billion a year. There's a lot of progressive Democrats all over this area that Maurice Hinchey has educated and trained on that issue. And even without me lifting a finger, I know that they want the anointed candidate to be talking about that. He's not. I am. And I can talk about it with conviction because I've been doing it for 20 years on single payer. That's another way that we can win the primary. As far as the farmers, if you go to foodandwaterwatch.org, there's a whole piece about farming that Schreiben is not talking about the corporate agribusiness, about the monopolies, about the speculation. I'm not going to give you chapter and verse, but it's all at foodandwaterwatch.org. You look at the Fair Farm Bill information that's there. I'm pushing for eliminating student debt completely. I'm pushing for free college tuition, just like they have in places like Germany, Brazil, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, all those places. And guess what? And Cuba, and in Sweden and Germany, the economy is going through the roof because the middle class hasn't been killed. So hopefully we'll win this primary. But again, if you're talking to fellow Democrats or just other people in your neighborhood, we're trying to rescue the middle class here. And finally, not only did Jay Wenk get Ed Sanders on board of the Fugs and former Woodstock newspaper publisher, But Pete Seeger has endorsed this particular campaign. Pete Seeger's endorsed me. Last August, Josh Fox endorsed me. Medea Benjamin has endorsed me. Cornel West endorsed me after I spoke to him at Vassar. And a lot of other people I'm not going to mention. So thank you all for being here. I love you all dearly. Who's going to join me tomorrow at noon in the heart of Kingston at Academy Green for the launch of No Frack Fridays? Come on, please. Does anybody else want to say anything?
We got to get out of here.
I need contact information. There's a lot of you I need contact information for. Thanks to Robbie Walters and Joan Harton for being here. MidHudsonNews.com. So I don't have to call Hank, right?
Oh, just saying an assignment.
All right, I'm gonna call Hank. And hold on, Sue. Hold on, Sue. Let me. Thank you. All right, we're one step closer to